Hey guys, and welcome on into another episode of Getting Wild with Terry, free NHL picks. I'm Terry, ready to break down this big slate that we have today. 11 games. I have picks in all 11 games. I play our props in 9 of the 11 games. This slate, kind of like Saturday, which was a great slate for me. 7-2 on my premium plays on Saturday. Kind of like Saturday, I just absolutely love this slate, and everything came to me super easy. So super excited for that. Number one on picks and parlays over the last 7 days when it comes to profitability. So things are going well. And the best bet streak, I'm happy to finally break the best bet losing streak yesterday. And surprise, surprise, it's the Minnesota Wild that break it for me. So super happy about that. We'll start the show as we usually do, and that is taking a look at what happened yesterday. 3 games in the NHL. Minnesota got a 4-2 win against the Jets. The Wild now 3-0 against the Jets, covering the puck line against them in all 3 games. Winnipeg, realizing that they had no chance to win the game on their own, decided that hurting Kaprizov was the only way they were going to have a chance in that game. Kaprizov injured. Still waiting on news to hear what is happening with him. So that is still up in the air. But he had to leave the game and did not return, which is not good news for the Wild. But they score 4 goals, get the win, regulation win against the Jets. And I hope this Jets team misses the playoffs and they're golfing as soon as the season is over. Blackhawks and Detroit, I passed in that game. Blackhawks, big underdog, had the lead, had a 2-0 lead. But it fell away as the Red Wings dominated the game and were able to get the win. In the final game of the night, Ducks and Canucks, I had Cam Fowler assist, which sadly did not cash. His point streak kind of came to an end there. Game finished 3-2. Looking quickly at the standings here before we get to today's slate. The Metropolitan, basically the exact same as when the other day. Carolina in first, New Jersey in second, Rangers in third. In the Atlantic, Boston in first, Toronto in second, Tampa Bay in third. Wild card spot, Islanders in Pittsburgh have a little bit of a lead now. 3 points for Pittsburgh on Florida, 4 points for the Islanders on Florida. Ottawa has some games in hand on the Islanders there, so we'll see what happens with the Senators. Buffalo, Washington, 68. Detroit with 67, the bottom feeders of the Eastern Conference. When it comes to the West, Minnesota's regulation win has them now tied for the first place in the Central Division with the Dallas Stars. Colorado in third, 5 points behind Minnesota and Dallas with a few games in hand. Pacific, Vegas with 82, LA with 82, Seattle with 80. Close race for the Pacific title. Edmonton in the top wildcard spot, Winnipeg in the second. Calgary 4 points behind Winnipeg. The Flames must be happy that Winnipeg is falling off at this time. It's allowing Calgary to kind of catch up here a bit. Nashville, 4 games in hand, 6 points behind the Winnipeg Jets. St. Louis and the rest of the teams are bottom feeders in the Western Conference. I will bring up the first game we're going to talk about, and then we will jump into the comment section. Morning, Terry. Morning, Tim. What's up, Terry? I smashed the like. Of course you did. Thanks a lot, Richie. Great card today. Yes, I absolutely love it. Thanks, Wild, for a 3-day best bet winning streak. Yes. Nick is on fire with best bets. Who saw that coming? Best bet, and you are all ready to go, aren't you, Richie? And for Richie, it is Hintz anytime goal plus Ben anytime goal. And I was looking at Hintz as my anytime goal as my best bet, but I did not pull the trigger on that. Best of luck. Happy Thursday morning, Terry, to you too as well, Kev. Congrats on breaking the streak, Terry. Yeah, 5-game best bet losing streak, but the Wild ended that. Hey, Terry. Hey, Crystal. How's it going? I was just waiting on tomorrow's stream. Like, where's Terry? Oh, yeah. Good day, Terry. Getting my best bet in early. All right. LA Kings money line. I like it. LA Kings money line. That's 140. All right. I like it. It's Islanders game day. Let's go Islanders. We'll get to that game in a bit. Happy Thursday to you all, to you as well, Kev. Short live tie. Enjoy. Yes, Stars money line. Well, maybe not necessarily. Stars money line lock doesn't work on us, Tim. There you go. Here we go. Dallas Stars, Buffalo Sabres. Dallas minus 164 to minus 175. Buffalo Sabres plus 130 to plus 150. 6.5s right across the board in this one. First off, I'm kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Surprised to see that Jordan Greenway will be on the top line for the Buffalo Sabres in this game. As someone that has watched Greenway every single game he's played this season, I missed like 1 or 2 wild games, so I shouldn't say every single game, but 98% of the games he played in the season I watched, and there is no way Jordan Greenway should be on the top line of any team except maybe the Arizona Coyotes. Sure as hell not Buffalo. Why Victor Olofsson, who's a right wing? Well, I guess Jordan Greenway is a left wing. Well, why Victor Olofsson? Because he can play both sides. Why Olofsson's not on the top line? Being given a shot on the top line makes no sense to me. So when it comes to a side here, I do expect Dallas to do most of the work, but I'm on the over 6.5 in this game. Dallas, a team that you think is more of an under team. They've gone over 6.5 in 5 of their last 7 games. Buffalo has gone over 6.5 in 4 of their last 6 games. I like goals in this one. When it comes to player props, Wyatt Johnston for Dallas, he has a point in 5 of his last 6 games. I got it for plus 115 to get a point. Rope Hintz anytime goal, plus 146. He has a goal in 5 of his last 6 games, so that's a great price for that. Joe Pavelski to get an assist. 4 of his last 5 games, he is an assist. Obviously, he plays with Rope Hintz. And for Buffalo, this is rare. This is rare for me. I don't usually do shot props, but there's one that I found here. Dylan Cousins, his shot prop is at 2.5 shots, and it's plus money. In his last 3 games, he has 4 shots, 6 shots, and 5 shots. So all 3 games, he got more than 3, which is what he needs. Plus money for that. I know Dallas, a good defensive team, but Cousins basically on his own on that line, and he's been shooting. So I like him for plus 100 over 2.5 shots. I'm not usually a shots on goal type of guy, but when I saw 2.5 at plus money, I decided to jump on that. But as a Wild fan, I will be cheering on the Sabres, although I can't. I don't know. I don't think they win this game, sadly for them. Nick doesn't condone parlays, but once again, he is going to make the parlays his best bet of the day. So doesn't condone parlays, but his best bet of the day is a 2-team parlay: Dallas money line and Nashville. Dallas money line and Nashville money line. All right, which is plus 160. All right, Stars -1. Sabres starting to tail off. Sabres desperately need tuck back. Robertson hat trick. Terry eyes. Well, I'm hoping more hints hat trick, but there you go. Sabres need tuck back. Yes, apparently they suck at home. Yeah, Comrie confirmed. Helps my over. Tuck could be back next game. Interesting. Comrie's been better lately. All right, we will move on along to the next game here. Philadelphia Flyers and the Carolina Hurricanes. Philadelphia is plus 290 to plus 335. Carolina Hurricanes minus 383 to minus 450. 6s, I do see some 6.5s available in this one. I got the over 6 at minus 120. If you have access to PointsBet or Sports Interaction, I would definitely take the 6 at minus 125. Once it gets to minus 130, that's kind of my cutoff price with totals. And you would think in this game, Philadelphia, they don't score very much. Carolina, they have a great defense. They can stop the puck. However, both of these teams are going over right now. Philadelphia has gone over 6.5 in 7 of their last 11 games. Carolina has gone over 6.5 in 2 of their last 3 games. And when these two teams face each other, both meetings this year have gone over 6.5, and 4 of the last 5 meetings between the teams have gone over 6.5. So for some reason, when these two teams face each other, it tends to be a very high scoring affair. So getting the 6 at a decent price, I like that. If you wanted to take the 6.5 at plus money, I wouldn't talk you off that either, because I expect goals in this one. A game where people wouldn't really expect goals, but I like goals in this game. Get ready to hear me say the words over 6.5 quite a few times. I should just record it because of how many times I'm going to be saying it today. I don't actually bet them. I just struggled last month for breaking my rules to see if I can win some plus money plays. All right. Maybe parlays aren't the worst thing in the entire world. I'll take that too. Going with NBA today for your best bet, Crystal. All right. And you are going to go with Memphis Grizzlies. Plus 2.5. Minus 105. All right. Best of luck. Have to get rid of the NHL thing there. All right. Over 6. You lean over 6, but passing. Aho goal. Yeah, none of the Canes have really been very consistent, except Burns to get a point, which obviously didn't happen. But Burns, 15 of his last 18 games, he has a point. But that would have to be a parlay piece. Sandstrom confirmed. Yes, another reason why I like the over. Kochetkov sighting. Yes, he's been called up. I'm hoping he doesn't start in this one. I want Freddie Anderson to help with the over. I don't want Kochetkov in this game, but we'll see what happens. And you're saying Kuchi versus Sandstrom? Is he confirmed? I did not see, or did he just get confirmed? Ottinger just got confirmed, so he's going to be starting. Let's see. Yeah, he's likely. Awesome. Well, I'm still in the over. I'm not going to switch sides here. Previous history shows the over. Kochetkov, we'll see how he does in this one. Moving on to our next game, Vegas Golden Knights plus 140 to plus 159. Tampa Bay Lightning minus 161 to minus 188. Sixes. I do see some 6.5s in this game. Kind of like the game yesterday, which we had with between Minnesota and Winnipeg. The wrong team is favored in this game. Tampa Bay is way too big of favorites in this game. Minus 160, minus 178. Has anybody seen how they've been playing lately? They broke their 5-game losing streak with a win against Philadelphia, which isn't that impressive. Vegas 9-2-2 in their last 13 games, finding ways to win games. 3-1 all time in Tampa Bay against the Lightning. Those games tended to go under, so an under streak there. Tampa Bay 1-4-1 in their last 6. They're going over. I think there is a lot of value here with the Vegas Golden Knights. Yes, Jonathan Quick will be in net, and that's the only negative thing here about this game. As I said, Vegas 9-2-2 in their last 13 games, but they also play really well on the road all season long. I think this is a great underdog spot for Vegas, and I will take them even with Jonathan Quick in net. Vasilevsky has not been good lately himself. So I think Vegas has the edge here, and I think they're way too big of favorites here. Nick likes Bolts -1 and over 6. Soon as Quick got confirmed, Nick jumped on the Tampa Bay Lightning. So, hey, we'll see how he does. You like Vegas as well. Me too. Yes, when it comes to props, Shea Theodore to get a point. He has a point in 9 of his last 11 games, -102 to get a point. I like that. And also Ivan Barbashev to get a point, which is plus 122, obviously on the top line, and has a point in 3 of his last 4 games. Should not be plus 122 in this spot. What shot saved for Quick? We'll see. Player props. Jonathan Quick. Saves. You're looking at 25.5. Minus 120-ish for Jonathan Quick. Yeah, 25.5. I don't look at shot goalie saves enough. But wish you luck with that if you play it. Moving on along to our next game, Rangers and Montreal. New York Rangers minus 263 to minus 307. Montreal Canadiens plus 213 and plus 253. 6.5s right across the board. In this one, I'm not taking Montreal, but I'm not taking the Rangers. Rangers 2-5-1 in their last 8. Kind of been a disappointment since Patrick Kane joined the team. Obviously, I guess there is adjustment period, but they've been disappointing since he joined the team. Over 6.5 in 3 of their last 5 games. Montreal 1-4-1 in their last 6. Exactly kind of what we expect from Montreal. They've gone over in 3 of their last 6 games. Rangers 4-0 in their last 4 trips to Montreal, covering the puck line in all 4 wins. They've had success in Montreal. And I do think this is where we see the Rangers play the type of game we've expected after getting Tarasenko and Kane. I'm not going to take the Rangers in the puck line. I'm going to go with the over 6.5 here. I think Montreal can contribute a couple goals, and I think the Rangers offense goes off here. So I like the over 6.5. I don't know what Rangers team total would be, but I'm assuming it would be not very. Team total New York Rangers 3.5 minus 150. Yeah, so not a play for me. I'll take the over 6.5 here in this one. And Nick likes the under 6.5. Or is that for? Yeah, under 6.5. Interesting. Cool. Kane looks like he doesn't fit into the Ranger system. It's way too early to say that. It's just been a few games, and there's a ton of pressure on him. Kane anytime goal. There you go. So Tim likes him. Tarasenko anytime goal. Hedel any over 2.5/3 shots on goal. Lafreniere anytime goal. Lafreniere point. All right. Yeah, for me, I only have Trocheck to get an assist at plus 152. That is my only prop in this game. I do think the Kane, Trocheck, and Panarin line has a good night. I think this is the day we see a good game from them. So I'll go with Trocheck assist in this one. Moving on along here, New Jersey Devils minus 135 to minus 163. Washington Capitals plus 120 to plus 135. 6.5s right across the board in this one. I won't surprise anybody when it comes to props. I am backing Dawson Mercer, who has a point in 11 of his last 11 games, 11 straight games. The issue is that bookmakers have finally caught up to it, and I think he's minus 150 to get a point. So I parlayed him with Brent Burns from the Carolina Hurricanes, who has a point in 15 of his last 18 games. I parlayed the two together, Burns and Mercer, both to get a point, which is plus 191 at DraftKings. So that is how I went about this, backing Dawson Mercer and Brent Burns, plus 191, both to get a point here. When it comes to the side, we have the Devils on the road, which is definitely a spot I want to back them. I don't like the price, though. But once again, you won't find this surprising. Over 6.5. The Devils have gone over 6.5 in 8 of their last 9 games. Washington has gone over 6.5 in 3 of their last 5 games. And 6 of the last 7 meetings between these teams in Washington have gone over 6.5. We've seen a lot of high-scoring games between these teams in the past, and both teams are playing high-scoring games now. So give me the over 6.5, and this one a +100. Devils and over 6.5. I like it. Devils puck line. The only thing that I don't like about that is that Washington has kind of been scrappy lately. It's like they haven't quite given up. So they've been kind of scrappy. Devils may win the Metro. It's going to be tough, but it looks like it's going to be a good race the rest of the way, which is good. Moving on along to this next game, New York Islanders +115 to +128. Pittsburgh Penguins -135 to -152. Sixes and a couple 5.5s available in this one. So I have a player prop for Pittsburgh, Jason Zucker, who has a goal in 4 of his last 5 games. He's been on fire for the Penguins. A very streaky player. He was the same in Minnesota. When he's hot, and he has been lately. But when I have to pick a side in this game, which I don't have to pick a side in this game, but Islanders 6-2-1 in their last 9, Pittsburgh 5-1 in their last 6. Islanders have won all 3 meetings this year, 7-2 in their last 9 against Pittsburgh. For some reason, the Islanders play Pittsburgh very well. We're getting the Islanders at an underdog price, so I am on them here. And if they lose, I won't blame them. I'll blame myself because for some reason, when I back the Islanders, they tend to lose. So blame Terry if the Islanders lose this game. But I like them here as a dog against a team they've dominated. And yes, it is a huge game for the playoff race. Obviously, Ottawa, Buffalo, those Florida, they want a regulation win by somebody in this game. No overtime. That's what they don't want. Timo Meier shots on goal. I like it. Islanders money line. New York Islanders owns them flightless birds. Nick is talking shit, so now it's his fault. Not blame Terry. It's Nick's fault if the Islanders lose. Can both teams lose? Unfortunately not. Islanders money line. Where did Islanders picks go? He's right there. Tim keeps muting. Oh, Tim keeps muting him like a bitch. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, Tim, I guess I should take away your admin powers then, I guess. Good job, Tim. They lasted like a week or two, but we'll move on along to the next game here. Edmonton and Boston. Oilers +130 to +147. Boston Bruins -159 to -175. 6.5s right across the board in this one. I stopped fading the Bruins. Not that I've been fading the Bruins very often, but there's been a few times where I faded the Bruins. One time I was able to cash fading the Bruins. Otherwise, it's just not smart to fade this Bruins team. And I'm going to continue with that here. Boston in regulation, -105. I like Boston to win this game in regulation. I don't trust them on the puck line. It's not that I don't trust them. I'm not confident in the puck line. So I'll take the regulation play. Because this could very well be a 1-goal game between these teams. But Edmonton playing well, yes. But this is the Boston Bruins we're talking about. They've won 10 games in a row. They've covered the puck line in 6 of the 10 games. The one thing here, Edmonton 5-1 in their last 6 games in Boston. For some reason, when between the Oilers and the Bruins, it's a very road favorite or a road heavy series. So the road team seems to win. Boston wins in Edmonton. Edmonton seems to win in Boston. But this Bruins team is just different this year. And I'm not stepping in front of them. Give me Bruins in regulation here. Islanders Pittsburgh draw just to screw the Sabres. Well, there we go. Bruins -1 and under 6.5. Oilers money line plus McDavid no goal. Interesting combination. Oilers 9-1 on the +1.5 last 10 games versus the Bruins. Yes, I didn't know that, but that's why a good reason why I'm taking in regulation and not the puck line. If Oilers figured out how to score early on Bruins, I could see the over. Yeah, I expect goals all across the NHL today. When it comes to a player prop in this game, I don't know why I don't have it on my bet stamp here, but Dmitry Orlov to get a point. Let's see what it is. I don't know why I didn't put it on my bet stamp. It's plus money for him to get a point, around plus 100. Dmitry Orlov, obviously on the top D pairing for Boston. He has a point in 4 straight games. He's also on the top power play now. Charlie McAvoy moving to the second power play. So I don't know why I don't have it in my bet stamp. I'll have to track it after. But I do like Dmitry Orlov to get a point for the Boston Bruins in this one. Draisaitl anytime goal. Yes. I don't have that. I think he is cooled off a little bit. But that's the one player you can look at for Edmonton. Or you can look at McDavid. But it's kind of the easy look in that one. Moving on to our next game, San Jose Sharks, St. Louis Blues. The Sharks plus 125 to plus 137. St. Louis minus 140 to minus 163. 6.5s right across the board. I did say I have a pick in every game, even this one. And normally I would pass this game, but I am taking the over 6.5 once again. The Sharks have gone over 6.5 4 of their last 7 games. St. Louis has gone over 6.5 in 3 of their last 4 games. Both meetings between these teams this year have gone over 6.5, as well as 4 of the last 6 meetings. The Blues have definitely owned the Sharks, winning the last 7 meetings between the teams, covering the puck line in the last 6. So the Blues on the puck line, a very attractive plus 177, plus 175 price. I don't trust the Blues, though, but I do trust goals. Kaapo Kähkönen will be a net for the Sharks. Binnington for the Blues. Give me the over 6.5. No player props because I don't really trust anybody. The one player I do trust, Pavel Buchnevich, is 1.5 points. So you can't even parlay his half a point because it's 1.5 points. So I'm just not getting involved in player props. Give me goals. I don't care who scores them. Give me goals. Sharks. Terry is betting a bum fight. Let's fucking go. Only reason I'm betting it is because of the over trends. Otherwise, I would not be going anywhere near this game. I'm talking about over trends. Here we go. Nashville Predators, Arizona Coyotes. Nashville minus 164 to minus 182. Arizona Coyotes plus 136 to plus 155. 6s. We do have 6.5s available in this one as well. Nashville over 6.5 in 6 of their last 9 games. Arizona over 6.5 in 5 of their last 7 games. And 3 of the last 4 meetings between the teams have gone over 6.5. I'm not sure why this game is out of 6, but I jumped all over that. Over 6 in this game. Have you seen the Arizona Coyotes defense? I don't even know if it's good enough to be an AHL defense. It is awful. So you would think I would have a ton of player props. The issue is that it's tough. There's nobody that's really super hot for either team. You could look at Schmaltz, but obviously you'd have to take a goal or an assist. He's been kind of doing both. So give me goals once again, like the Sharks game. Don't care who. Give me goals over 6 in this one. Schmaltz anytime goal. Yes. I figured that would be the one guy. Predators minus 1. This Preds team doesn't quit. Yes. Give me over 6. Second last game of the night. We have the LA Kings and the Colorado Avalanche. LA plus 130 to plus 145. Colorado minus 154 to minus 170. 6.5s and 6s available in this one. We have LA coming in 9-2-1 in their last 12 games, under 6.5 in 4 of their last 6. Colorado Avalanche 1-2-1 in their last 4. So since their winning streak, they've kind of slowed off a bit here. Colorado had won 9 in a row at home against LA until earlier this year. LA won 5-4 in overtime here in Colorado. Well, not here, or in Colorado. And I kind of think we get somewhat of a similar type game. I don't know if it goes as over, but I like the Kings as an underdog here, playing really good hockey, especially since the trade deadline. Gavrikov and Korpisalo are two big additions for this LA team, kind of exactly what they needed. So I like the Kings, but kind of like the Nashville or the Islanders and Pittsburgh game, I have Colorado props. McKinnon goal, 10 of his last 12 games, plus 110 to score. He's finding the back of the net. Nichushkin assist, plus 136 to get an assist. He has won in his last 6 games in a row. He has a point in 8 straight games. So Nichushkin is definitely a player to target here. Obviously, he plays with McKinnon. So McKinnon goal, Nichushkin assist go hand in hand together. No LA props really stood out to me. So we'll move on to the last game, and then we'll get to the comments here. Ottawa Senators, Seattle Kraken. Ottawa plus 110 to plus 122. Seattle minus 129 to minus 138. 6.5s right across the board in this one. Ottawa, what a disappointing shutout loss in Chicago that was for a Senators team that has playoff aspirations. Now they come into Seattle, Kraken team that's won 5 in a row, playing pretty good hockey recently. Ottawa over 6.5 in 5 of their last 6 games. Had they been able to get any goals at all against Chicago, it would have gone over in 6 straight. Seattle has gone over in 3 of their last 5. These teams have faced each other 3 times since Seattle joined the league. Seattle 2-0-1. 2 of the 3 games went over. One of them was a pretty high-scoring game. I think both teams covered the over. So I like the over 6.5. Once again here, Jared McCann, anytime goal, plus 162. He has a goal in 4 of his last 5 games. He has a point in 11 of his last 13. So if you're looking for a player for a point parlay, McCann would be a good one. And then Vince Dunn to get an assist. Vince Dunn's back. He did have a kind of a cold streak there, but he is back. 6 of his last 7 games, he has an assist, which is plus 110. So that's where I would go in this game. I do think Seattle wins. I think Ottawa, kind of like Detroit, was kind of they had that brief stretch here where they looked really, really good. It looked like they were going to go on a run, and now I think they're going to come back down to earth like the Detroit Red Wings. So I do like Seattle, but priced out of it, I'll just go with the over 6.5 in this one. Bill Cosby money line. Evangelista anytime goal. LA King Colorado draw would be cool. Took Kings plus 144. Western Conference preview. No, it won't be a Western Conference preview. Senators money line bounce back game after that game versus Chicago. I see them losing a few in a row. Ottawa, we'll have to see. We will have to see, but just give me goals. Looking at what happened yesterday on the best bet segment here. For me, for Nick, for Kev, Cook, and for Captain Bry, Minnesota Wild cashed for all of us. When you're in a bit of a losing streak, there's one team you can count on to get the job done, and that's the Minnesota Wild. Kev_bets took Chicago Detroit over 6, which cashed. IceX went with Winnipeg Jets minus 1.5, Chicago money line. Unfortunately, both lost. Richie went with Seth Jones, Zegras, anytime goal, a big plus 2150. Fortunately, did not cash. Melissa, it finished 3-2, so the over did not cash. And then Z-Goaler, kind of the same situation as IceX. It did not cash. Looking at the standings for this month, with my computer, we'll bring it up here. Currently in first. Yes, it's not an error. It is correct. Nick in first place, 3-1-1, 3.1 units up. Kev_bets hasn't lost a best bet yet, 3-0, plus 2.84. Captain Brian third. And then a lot of red this month so far, but still lots of time to go in this month's best bet standings. Let me get this ready here and put the NBA thing in here for Crystal. And I'll bring it up. Today, for best bets for me, I'm going to go with Ottawa and Seattle. The last game we talked about, over 6.5. I love goals in that game. Richie is going with Rope Hintz and Jamie Benn, anytime goal. Captain Bry is going with LA Kings money line. Nick is going with Dallas Nashville 2-team parlay. Crystal is going with Memphis Grizzlies plus 2.5. All right. You are also going to go with a 2-team parlay. Kev_bets. Sebastian Aho over 2.5. Plus Lehkonen over 1.5. That's obviously shots. Shots on goal, which she said is plus 151 on DraftKings. Awesome. It's rigged. Yeah. Hey, no. Nick's just getting lucky. The rest of us struggling, and Nick is winning. It's confusing. I'm just kidding. Good stuff, Nick. I had a best bet yesterday, Terry. I posted in the comments it was Clippers minus 136. Okay. I didn't see it. Was it in the live show comment or the comments after the show? Because I did not see it. I will have to look for it for you. Boom, first place. Nick, enjoy it while you can because it won't last. Exactly. We all know. No, I'm kidding. Way to go, Nick and Kev_. Best bet for Melissa is going to be New Jersey Devils minus 1.5. Currently, the best odds for that is plus 173 for Melissa. All right. I know, I'm just enjoying it. Yeah, let him enjoy it while it lasts. Comments after the show. Okay, I will check. Best bet for Kev Cook is Vegas money line, which is plus 159. All right. And that is today's show. Best of luck to everybody today. And I think that's it. Yeah, best of luck to everybody today. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. I appreciate all the support. Yes, Tim, I will put this in after the show. Thank you. We will see you again tomorrow for another episode of Getting Wild with Terry. Free NHL picks. If you want to put your best bet in, feel free in the comments after the show. Best of luck, guys. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good one.